So
Right.
now we have what happened with the former president. And I had people on last night, and whether they like Trump or they don't like Trump, they say, unless somebody in the primary really hangs their hat on this situation and goes after him, it doesn't really matter. What does that say about where we are?
I don't know. I mean, I watched your show last night, but I've got some points to make about this. Number one, it's almost identical to the Paula Jones, Bill Clinton thing. And they settled with Paula Jones, and Clinton got reelected. So the people that say it doesn't make any difference, they have a historical precedent with Bill Clinton and Paula Jones. Number two, I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. And I don't like undermining juries. I think that's un-American. But if I'm a juror, Cuomo, and the plaintiff, Ms. Carroll, cannot tell me what year the alleged assault happened, I'm a little dubious about her. And she said, well, I just, but she talked apparently to two friends who came in and testified. Mm-hmm. Those two friends didn't know what year it was. They didn't know when it happened either. Very suspicious. But here's the worst. Do you know who's paying E. Jean Carroll's legal bills?
Yes.
Who?
A lefty.
Reid Hoffman. Reid Hoffman is a billionaire with a connection to George Soros and a connection to Jeffrey Epstein. Reid Hoffman, according to the printed reports from the Wall Street Journal, spent time on Epstein's island. He financed the whole thing. Did the jury know that? Who's regulating where that money is going?
Why is that relevant? I mean, look, politically, I get why it would be relevant, and you could certainly make hay of it.
It injects politics. It injects politics into a civil case. Listen, I don't know what Tacopina, even if he brought it up to the jury, but the jury should know this was politically funded by a Trump hater with a very, very dubious resume. And I don't know whether the jury knows that or not. And with that amount of potential money, did E. Jean Carroll get paid? Was she a paid plaintiff? How about the witnesses? Were they paid to come in and testify? All of these questions are unanswered, not even asked by a media that doesn't care as long as Trump is convicted, as long as he loses. So when you step back, again, I don't know what happened. I don't know.
We know that the guy put money in, but I think you're swinging a little bit too big a stick.
A lot of money.
With the what ifs. But in terms of the what ifs, were the witnesses paid? I think that that's a little bit of a cynical suggestion based on what we know.
All right, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you think it should be investigated where Reid Hoffman's money went and how much he spent on this? Do you feel it should be investigated?
Yes. I don't think a judge would have let it in. By the media, sure. But by within the confines of the rules of trial procedure, I don't think it was going to get in within civil procedure. I don't think it was going to get in. I think the prejudice would have well outweighed the probative value.
No. The jury, under any circumstance, could have and should have been told that E. Jean Carroll's campaign to charge Trump civilly was funded by a political guy who hates Trump and has associations with Soros and Epstein. You don't think the jury should know that?
No, I don't, because I don't think that it really goes to the matter. Well, I understand why you think it's interesting politically, but as a lawyer,
not interesting.
I'm just telling you,
it's vital.
No, I
it goes
don't agree,
to
but
motive.
Let's take it.
It goes to motive.
Well, but she's not on the stand for motive. She's on the stand bringing a case as the plaintiff. She's not the defendant. This isn't the prosecution making a case against her. She's bringing the claim.
Cuomo, the jury is supposed to be fair in its assessment of all cases, and you are denying them a motivation to bring this case. Was Carroll
paid for the case doesn't make it true or not true what is alleged by E. Jean Carroll.
No, but it raises doubt.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.